Hello, American pop culture loves. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that all of you guys are having an amazing Wednesday on this rainy day. I hope you're somewhere warm, safe, and dry. So, the ABC Chief Washington correspondent, Jonathan Karl, joined the ladies to unpack everything that happened yesterday during the Super Tuesday votes. And we have come to the conclusion that Nikki Haley has officially suspended her campaign. Now, to her credit, she did win over Vermont, and she said that she essentially reached her goals in making her voice heard to the voters. She said that she wanted the Republican, voters to be able to make their voices heard as well. She essentially laid out all of the flaws in regards to Donald Trump being the Republican frontrunner once again. But she said that, she is happy with the results. She said that, she ran the best race that she could, which she did. So I commend her for that. But the ladies all weighed in and basically just came to the same conclusion, right? That Donald Trump, he is essentially running to stay out of prison, right? All of these 91 indictments. I mean, Jonathan Karl said himself that Donald Trump, he runs on a campaign of division and cruelty and hatred of the other, whether that's immigrants, whether that's, although when he was at the border, he was like waving at them. So I don't know if he was trying to be funny or just being cruel or, whatever the case may be. But we do know that he has a history of being a racist, of being a shoddy businessman, right? He stole from his own charitable foundation and just a whole host of other things, right? Like I'll leave that in the hands of those prosecuting him in the court of law. But Alyssa has mentioned time and time again how scared that she is with the potential of, Donald Trump being the Republican front runner and of, again, being elected president, because a lot of people have said their fear is that he will not allow any other election to take place if he is elected, right? Like he will turn this into North Korea or Russia or, a dictatorship essentially. And he said that. He said that on his first day that he wanted to be a dictator. He loves Kim Jong-un. He has a really, positive relationship with Vladimir Putin. He, to me, is someone who does not value American democracy. He values power. He values subjugation. He values, money. But he doesn't value America in the sense that it's a multicultural, multifaceted global democracy, right? Like at one point, America was the beacon of democracy. It was the envy of the world in that regard. And so the ladies all discuss, how they can't really trust polls. Whoopi Goldberg, she hates polls. And Jonathan weighed in and said, if they were to trust the polls this time, years ago, back in 2016, that Hillary Clinton would have been president because all of the polls said that she would have won. And so that's out the window. And Sunny weighed in as well. She said that, if you look at the polls, Biden has similar numbers to President Barack Obama, and he was reelected, right? President Obama was reelected. So you can't necessarily put all your eggs in one basket, and you can't put all of your faith into poll numbers because they can easily be skewed. And I think that that's a fair assessment. They also talked about the VA, the Veterans Administration, and their reverse ban on a World War II kiss picture. They said that they're walking back a leaked memo directing all of their health facilities to remove the iconic photo because it shows a non-consensual act. So you guys may remember the sailor, actually, after World War II, it was a young woman walking by. He grabbed her and kissed her. Someone took a picture, and it became this really iconic picture in pop culture, in American pop culture, signifying the celebration of the end of the war. And only recently did we find out, and this woman spoke out. She said that, it was a non-consensual kiss. She didn't even know him. He just grabbed her and kissed her. Well, again, the ladies were saying, while that might have been, problematic, right? The larger issue is that the American democracy in and of itself is on the ballot, right, in November. That a lot of veterans complain that they can't see, a doctor when they need one, that they don't have adequate care. We have a huge homeless problem when it comes to, veterans in this country. So we really need to focus on the much more serious issues in terms of, taking care of our veterans. And I agree. I feel like anyone who put their lives on the line for this country deserves our utmost respect. And I feel like, we do we don't honor our veterans as well as we should or even could. And so them talking about, this picture, again, they said it's kind of irrelevant at this point. They need to focus on much more serious issues when it comes to, the Department of Veteran Affairs, and I couldn't agree more. So I love the new segment that Brian, who is the executive producer on the show, he created called Drop the Topic. So they have a bag full of talking points, and Whoopi, reached into the bag and she pulled out a question. And the question was, would you rather hike the Appalachian Trail by yourself or spend 6 months in jail? And so, the ladies went around and answered. Sarah, which was surprising because I thought that she would be like, outdoorsy. She grew up in Iowa. She actually said that she preferred to go to jail, which again really surprised me because she's like, well, would I be by myself or in Gen Pop? And so everyone's like, no, you would be, in Gen Pop, the general population. Sunny, of course, being a lawyer, she said that her husband is an outdoor guy, so she would prefer to go with Manny. But if she had to, she would do the trail. And then, of course, Alyssa said the trail. Whoopi surprised everybody. And she said, well, I've already done both. And everyone's like, like, what did you go to jail for? And Whoopi, she answered, she's like, it doesn't matter, does it? Which that's absolutely valid. No, it doesn't. But I'm sure, she said that she would rather go to the trail again. And then Joy, of course, picked the trail. And then she said, call an Uber. But I think that is so not inspiring. Of course, no one wants to go to jail, but Whoopi has lived such a full life. The fact that she is so open and transparent. She's like, yeah, I've done both. And I forget who said it, responded, but they're like, of course you have. I think it was either Alyssa or Sarah. But they're like, of course you have, I mean, she's a whole EGOT. She's an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony Award winner. And I mean, she travels the world. I think she was in Italy celebrating with Jennifer Lopez, her birthday party in Capri. I love it. I absolutely adore, like, just her embracing the fullness of life, where she, met the Pope, I believe it was last year. And she gave him like all kind of Sister Act merchandise. And it's funny because he says, he really loved and appreciated her in the movie. So yeah, just seeing how full of life she is. I love it. And they also interviewed Chelsea Peretti, who was making her directorial debut as the new film, quote, first time female director. That's the name of the film. So she discusses the struggles of female comedians and what they face and why being funny growing up was like her survival skill. And then she also looks back, of course, playing her iconic character Gina in Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And Brooklyn Nine-Nine has become like a cult classic, just like The Office, Parks and Rec. And so, the fact that she is making her directorial debut, and the name of the film is actually called First Time Female Director, is very meta. But yeah, I'm excited for her. I know that, she is basically saying that comedy saved her life, which a lot of comedians say that, right? They use those pain points in their childhood and adolescence to create material to be healing and just really resonate with others. So I applaud her. You guys, let me know your thoughts on today's view. And please be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And I will talk with you in the next one. Take care, guys. Bye.